September 23, 2023. Great Battle, Essex, England. Family Doctor Jonah and Louis McCullogh appealed to the police asking to check the condition of his patients, since they had not come for a planned examination for several years, and all the procedures assigned to them were cancelled by their daughter. Moreover, as it turned out later, no one had seen Jonah and Louis for a long time. Their daughter, 36-year-old Virginia McCullogh, disagrees with the testimony. She tells someone that her parents are sick, and someone that they went on vacation. It was extremely suspicious, so the detectives received an order to search. When the police officers arrived at the McCullogh family's house, their daughter Virginia said she wanted to show them something. "Police, stop where you are. At 12:12, you are under arrest on suspicion of murdering Jonah McCullogh and Louis McCullogh. You don't have to say anything in your defense. Can I just raise my sleeve? I will cooperate. I will cooperate. Is there anything in the house that we should know about? Yes. Where? Should I take you there? No, just tell me. We can go there quickly. I'll tell you something about what happened there. Yes, thank you. And I would also like to tell you about what's on the top floor. Okay, there is my father's body. Okay, yes. And what about Mom? It's a little more complicated. That's why I wanted to go upstairs to show you. Can you just explain? From now on, this is a crime scene. And we need to keep it, so you don't have to go there. It's easy for us, and you. Okay. So where do we find your mother? Where is your mother? Okay, there are about 5 wardrobes upstairs, and you need the one behind the bed, next to the sink. This is the second one. I poured a bunch of pills into his drink. I took down 2 or 3 glasses, and he didn't drink all of them. He probably drank 2.5. When I went there in the morning, before Mom, when I went there early in the morning, I woke up at about 6 in the morning. And I went in and he was already dead. He was dead. On June 17, 2019, Virginia made a cocktail of alcohol and strong prescription drugs, which she gave to her parents. John McCullogh, whose drink was mixed with alcohol, got a stronger dose. After drinking 2.5 glasses, he went to bed, and never woke up again. Virginia's mother, Louise McCullogh, did not drink alcohol in principle, so the cocktail that her caring daughter made for her was not so deadly. Waking up early in the morning, Virginia found her father's body on the lower floor of his office. The mother, who did not recover from the cocktail she had drunk the day before, was in her room upstairs. She was lying on the bed, and listening to the radio. As Virginia herself will tell later, she was afraid that her mother would go down, see her father's body, and understand everything. So she decided to act in advance. Armed with a hammer and a kitchen knife, she went to her mother's room and cold-bloodedly finished what she had started. I knew this was going to happen eventually. It's proper that I get my punishment. Yes. After the murders she committed, Virginia went to the store and, using her father's credit card, bought rubber gloves and sleeping bags. Then she returned home and ordered 40 slag blocks, cement and sand on the internet. Then she took care of the bodies. For her father, she built something like an improvised mausoleum of slag blocks and sleeping bags, and the mother's body was wrapped in a blanket, sleeping bags, and hidden in a closet on the upper floor. For the next 4 years, Virginia lived in a house with the bodies of her parents. She took out loans on their names, to buy clothes, jewelry and play online casino. She lied to her friends that John and Louis were either sick or had left. And to her relatives, she sent postcards on their parents' names. In total during these 4 years, with the help of John and Louis' credit cards, Virginia managed to get £149,697 of sterling. That's about $200,000. Congratulations, you caught the villain. I'm just doing my job. Okay, I'm not a bad person. It's just that I'm not going to comment on anything. There's nothing to discuss. I'm supposed to be impartial, so I'm not going to comment on anything. No. I mean, obviously, I deserve to get whatever I deserve for my future sentence. That's why I'm not arguing. It even gives me some kind of peace. There's also a wallet in that bag as well. And again, because you probably need to know about it, there's a card with money. And that's a bank card where most of the transactions over the last couple of years have gone through it. That's the money that my parents owned. At the time of their murder, 36-year-old Virginia was still living with her 70-year-old father John and 71-year-old mother, Louise. For many years now, she's been lying to her parents, claiming that she has a good job and showing them fake bank statements that said she would soon get a large sum of money. But in reality, Virginia already had a debt of £48,000 at the time. That's about $62,000 in the US. Most of that money she spent on bets and an online casino. So, the murder weapon is upstairs in the room. I have a kitchen knife. It's wrapped in a brown rug. Opposite the shelf, there are two long shelves, and that's opposite, near the wall, there's a knife. So, the next bit is very hard to talk about, because it's probably the scariest part. So, on the ground floor, underneath the stairs, there's a few people in a box. I think it's in the middle of one of the boxes, or a bag or something. If you say, phew, it's okay, but any little thing is useful, especially for the submed experts. There's a knife. I know, but I'm trying to help you find everything. It's in the middle of the stairs. It will still have blood on it. It's rusty, but it will still have blood on it. So, it's futile not to work with you. It's futile, and I think there's no point in saying no to cooperation. So, yes. In court, Virginia McCullogh admitted to being guilty, and on October 11, 2024, she was sentenced to life imprisonment. The hearing also said that Virginia was diagnosed with paranoia and autism. Her lawyer told the court that the defendant did not use her autism as an excuse for what she did, but he, in a way, explained her actions. The judge took this into account and stated that the state of her health did not significantly reduce her guilt. Therefore, she will have the right to consider the issue of conditional early release in 35 years,